What's good? Brian Tong here, and it is official. Apple just announced that they will be holding a spring event titled Let Loose from their invitations they sent out, and it will be a live streamed event on Tuesday, May the 7th at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time in the US, a little earlier than we're used to. And the image on the invite is pretty straightforward. This will be for Apple's new iPad lineup after we saw no new iPad launches at all in 2023. Now, Let Loose has some Apple Pencil styling. You obviously can see the hand holding an Apple Pencil there. And if you go to Apple's actual event page, there's a fun animation of it twirling the Apple Pencil in different ways. And that just instantly takes me back to when all the cool kids used to do that in class. I mean, I still can't try. I mean, I'll try it here, but like, you know, they do this, and then there's that one where they spin it. I just do this really fast because it looks like I'm spinning it. Does that? Okay. Now, if you also refresh Apple's main homepage, there are different styles of the promo image showcasing different art styles. And are those colors on the main image just teasing what colors we might see from Apple for the iPad? Maybe going back to some of that iMac retro colors. But look, it's pretty clear. It's an iPad event, and this should be a pretty significant one because they have gone a whole year without a refresh. So let's talk about everything we've heard up to this point and what we can expect to see at this event. Now, the big focus and the star of the show is expected to be the new iPad Pros. The new Pros are expected to still come in two sizes, 11 and 12.9 inch sizes, but some reports claim they might be slightly larger than that. They're expected to get all new OLED displays with the new M3 chip inside and thinner bezels around the screen compared to previous models. The new thinner OLED display will not only bring deeper blacks, a higher contrast ratio, more vivid colors, and better power efficiency, but it's expected to bring an overall thinner body as well. Now, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has reported it's the most significant redesign in years, but you know, we haven't seen anything that tells us how different it will actually be just yet, which is actually kind of nice if the leakers could stay a little more quiet, which they probably won't. I like hearing about this, but seeing it for the first time, it's always more fun. Now, the new iPad Pro is also rumored to offer a new matte display option for the first time, which would be very interesting in addition to its standard glossy glass finish. The rear cameras will also be improved, and it will reportedly have a landscape camera on the front side instead of the top while you're holding it in its vertical position. Now, we're also expecting to get a new updated Magic Keyboard with this time an aluminum material for the top case based on reports. That's to make it sturdier and give it a closer resemblance to the look and feel of a MacBook Pro and MacBook Air keyboard with a larger trackpad area as well. So that could be a significant update for this generation of the keyboard. Now, we're also expecting an all-new Apple Pencil, and could it possibly be the Apple Pencil Pro? Look, Apple put out their less expensive, non-magnetic USB-C pencil last year, or pretty recently, and this new pencil could feature different things like interchangeable magnetic tips or color sampling capabilities to use colors from the real world with the pencil, and then also a shorter design with a glossy finish. Yes, these are all the rumors that are out there. In fact, when we talk about that shorter design, I don't want to overanalyze this, but doesn't that pencil in the animation look short and thicker to you compared to the proportions of previous Apple Pencils? I'm just saying, it absolutely looks different here, or maybe this is just the art style and the person's fingers are just as thick as the Apple Pencil, but the Apple Pencil hasn't been updated in over 5 years, so this is expected to be another significant upgrade for the iPad Pro lineup. Now, there's even a report that the new Apple Pencil could work with the Apple Vision Pro in the future as some sort of a stylus, but you know, we'll have to wait and see about that. That's not going to be announced here, most likely. Now, I'm always excited for a new iPad. You know, I love traveling with it for consuming content, but at the same time, I think the question has always been for me, what will Apple do, especially here, to make this compelling to people who have yet to upgrade to an iPad Pro after all these years? I mean, it is such a great product, but we also know people don't update their iPads very often because the iPad Air has always been the starting point for me when anyone asks me, what iPad should I get? So we will talk about the iPad Air, but hey, let's take a moment to thank the sponsor of this video, Bellroy. Bellroy puts its heart, soul, and countless design hours into helping the world carry with greater simplicity and ease, and they make real modern solutions for wallets, cases, bags, and iPhone 15 Pro cases like this one. Now, if you want a streamlined design with functionality, then the Phone Case 3 card is the Bellroy case for you. It has integrated card storage that holds 3 cards that doubles as a wallet inside your iPhone 15 Pro case. The door that opens has a magnet on it to keep it closed, and you can even use it like a stand. I know it's not made to be the sturdiest, but it does the job for watching media content. Just think of it as a bonus feature that I end up using it for because I didn't know if it would work like that, and it does. Now, as a certified B Corp, this Australian-based company uses materials that are functional, durable, and environmentally sustainable, like eco-tanned leather, recycled polyester microfiber, and polymer made with recycled plastic. So right now, you can get 10% off anything on Bellroy.com when you use the link in the description in the video. So check out Bellroy and their assortment of quality cases. And you can find plenty of cases for that new iPad that you might be looking at too. All right, let's talk iPad Air, and we have heard all the reports that there will be 2 different sizes for the iPad Air released this year for the very first time. You get the standard 10.9-inch Air and then an all-new 12.9-inch iPad Air. But even better, a new report from display analyst Ross Young claims that this year's larger iPad Air will get a mini LED display, while the smaller 10.9-inch iPad Air will keep its current LCD display. Now, that new, larger 12.9-inch sized iPad Air will get a mini LED display, so that gives you deeper blacks, higher brightness for HDR content, and less blooming compared to the LCD display. Young reports the Air will be using leftover mini LED display panels from the 12.9-inch iPad Pro from the previous generations, and also will bring better power efficiency as well. And you know, I love my leftovers, especially in this case. So if you look at the current starting price point for the 10.9-inch iPad Air, that right now is $599. Now, one level up is an entry-level 11-inch iPad Pro. That starts at $799. So is Apple gonna like squeeze in the new 12.9-inch Air at $699 right between those two? And if so, that's a very, very compelling iPad Air with, you get the large mini LED display for someone who hasn't upgraded in 3 or more years, or someone who's looking for their very first iPad. I mean, this new iPad Air at that larger size, that might be the actual most popular iPad of the bunch here if it happens. Now, we don't know if we'll see a new iPad mini or a new entry-level iPad at this event, and all the reports and attention so far have been just around the iPad Pros and iPad Airs for this spring. But are these updates compelling enough for you to upgrade from what you have now? Put in the comments. That's what we have them for. But I think what's also interesting about the timing of this event is that WWDC 24 is just basically a month after it. So it's a safe bet that they will not show off iPad OS's new bells and whistles, and it could just really focus on the benefits of their new accessories with the new hardware with more iPad OS features that are going to be revealed in June. Now, another fun story. We know that it's been a long time meme, long-running meme. Let's see if you can catch what I'm throwing at you. And one of the most puzzling and frustrating software omissions in years. You think you know what it is? Well, Mac Rumors reports that there will finally be a calculator app for iPad. Yes, after over 14 years, the iPad will reportedly get its most requested and most elusive native app of all time. Now, the report says it will be part of iPad OS 18 and it'll be unveiled at WWDC 24. But this revamped calculator app will be integrated with the Notes app. It'll have a resizable window, a sidebar that lists its recent calculations. That's according to Apple Insider. And this would be quite the historic moment in iPad history if it comes true. So if you're doing that, Apple, if I ask for multiple users, is that asking too much? Apple, like, help us all out here, right? All right. Hey, that's gonna do it for this week's video. If you like what you see, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get all my latest videos when they drop. And if you want more of that Apple goodness, you can check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast with the latest stories and special guests. Plus, you can support all my content with an ad-free version of the podcast, early access to my content, and exclusive content at patreon.com/Brian Tong. Also, just to let you know, I just did an Apple Vision Pro giveaway there, so trust me, I'm making sure that the Patreon is worth your time. So, Apple event, May 7th, 7 a.m., coming soon. Excited to check it out, and obviously we'll have all the coverage that you need here about everything that happens around there. So, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace and love.